Imagine stepping into a garden bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun. Butterflies dance among vibrant blooms, their wings catching the golden light. Birdsong fills the air, a melody of nature's orchestra. This haven, however, doesn't appear overnight. It requires dedication, a deep understanding of nature's rhythm, and a willingness to get your hands dirty. Transforming a neglected space into a thriving garden is a journey of revitalization, not just for the land, but for the soul as well. The first step towards creating this oasis is to envision your ideal garden. Close your eyes and picture the colors, the scents, the textures you want to surround yourself with. The reality of a neglected garden can be a stark contrast to the idyllic vision in your mind. Overgrown weeds might be battling for dominance, their tangled stems obscuring any sign of previous life. Fallen leaves may form a thick, soggy blanket, smothering the soil beneath. Broken pots and forgotten tools might litter the space, remnants of gardening endeavors long abandoned. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the task ahead. The key is to remember that even the most neglected garden holds the potential for renewal. Beneath the tangle of weeds and the layer of debris lies the sleeping heart of your garden, waiting for the chance to flourish once more. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that this transformation won't happen overnight. Before embarking on the revitalization process, it's crucial to assess the current state of your garden. This evaluation will guide your actions and help you prioritize tasks. Begin by identifying the existing features. Are there established trees or shrubs that could form the backbone of your new design? Do any existing pathways or structures offer a starting point for your layout? Next, examine the soil. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden. Is it primarily clay, sand, or loam? What is its pH level? These factors will influence your plant selection and soil preparation techniques. Observe the sunlight patterns in your garden throughout the day. Different plants thrive in different light conditions. Note down which areas receive full sun, partial shade, and full shade. With a clear understanding of your garden's current state, you can begin the revitalization process. The first step is to clear the slate. This means tackling those unruly weeds that have taken over. Start by removing the largest and most invasive weeds first. These unwelcome guests are often deeply rooted, so a sturdy garden fork will be your best ally in this battle. Once the major offenders are evicted, focus on clearing the remaining vegetation. A sharp hoe is ideal for slicing through shallow-rooted weeds. For smaller areas, hand weeding might be the most effective method. As you work, try to remove as much of the weed root system as possible to prevent regrowth. Next, gather and remove any debris such as fallen leaves, branches, and dead plant material. Clearing the debris allows sunlight and air to reach the soil, encouraging beneficial microbial activity. Finally, address any overgrown shrubs or trees. Healthy soil is the lifeblood of a thriving garden. After years of neglect, your soil might be depleted of essential nutrients or compacted, making it difficult for roots to penetrate and access water. Revitalizing the soil is crucial to ensure your plants have the best possible start. Begin by removing any rocks or debris that might hinder root growth. Next, add a generous layer of organic matter, such as compost, well-rotted manure, or leaf mold. These natural soil amendments will improve drainage, aeration, and nutrient content. Spread the organic matter evenly over the soil surface, then grab your garden fork and gently incorporate it into the top few inches. If your soil test revealed a pH imbalance, now is the time to address it. Once you've incorporated the organic matter and adjusted the pH, your soil is ready for planting. Choosing the right plants for your revitalized garden is an exciting step. With a little planning, you can create a harmonious blend of colors, textures, and forms that will thrive in your garden's unique conditions. Start by considering your garden's light exposure. Plants that thrive in full sun will struggle in the shade, and vice versa. Next, think about your soil type. Some plants prefer well-drained soil, while others tolerate clay or sandy conditions. Refer back to the results of your soil test to guide your choices. It's also wise to select plants that are well-suited to your local climate. Native plants are a great choice as they are naturally adapted to your region's rainfall, temperature fluctuations, and soil conditions. Don't be afraid to experiment with a mix of annuals and perennials. Consider the height and spread of your chosen plants to create a balanced and visually appealing design. The key is to create a layered effect that draws the eye and invites exploration. With your soil prepared and your plants selected, it's time to bring your vision to life. Planting might seem straightforward, but a few simple techniques can make all the difference in your garden's success. Before you begin, water your plants thoroughly while they're still in their pots. This will help reduce transplant shock. Dig a hole for each plant that's twice as wide as the root ball but no deeper. Gently loosen the roots around the edges of the root ball, encouraging them to spread outward. Place the plant in the hole, ensuring the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding soil. Backfill the hole with soil, firming it gently around the base of the plant. Water deeply to settle the soil and eliminate any air pockets. If you're planting multiple plants, space them appropriately, considering their mature size. Finally, apply a layer of mulch around your newly planted treasures. Water is essential for plant growth, but knowing when and how much to water can be a bit tricky. Overwatering can be just as detrimental as underwatering, leading to root rot and other problems. The key is to water deeply and less frequently, encouraging roots to grow deeper into the soil. The best time to water your garden is in the early morning, allowing the foliage to dry before nightfall. Watering in the evening can create a humid environment that favors fungal diseases. Always check the soil moisture before watering. If the top inch of soil is dry, it's time to water. Use a gentle watering method such as a soaker hose or a watering can with a rose attachment to avoid disturbing the soil or damaging delicate plants. Aim to water the soil directly, rather than spraying the foliage. Water deeply, ensuring the water penetrates to the root zone. As your plants establish, they'll require less frequent watering. Monitor your plants closely for signs of stress, such as wilting leaves or stunted growth, and adjust your watering schedule accordingly. Mulching is one of the most beneficial practices you can adopt for your revitalized garden. A layer of mulch acts as a protective blanket for the soil, conserving moisture, suppressing weeds, and moderating soil temperature. Organic mulches also decompose over time, adding valuable nutrients to the soil. There are many different types of mulch available, each with its own benefits. Shredded bark is a popular choice, as it's long-lasting and looks attractive in most garden settings. Apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of mulch around your plants, taking care not to pile it up against the stems. Replenish the mulch layer as needed, especially after heavy rains or as it decomposes. Weeds are an inevitable part of gardening, but they don't have to take over. Regular weeding is essential to prevent these unwanted guests from competing with your desirable plants for resources. The best time to weed is when the soil is moist, as this makes it easier to remove the entire root system. Use a hoe to slice through shallow-rooted weeds, or pull them by hand. Mulching can significantly reduce weed growth by blocking sunlight and preventing weed seeds from germinating. Regularly inspect your garden and remove any weeds as soon as you spot them. Just like us, plants need a balanced diet to thrive. Over time, the nutrients in your soil can become depleted, especially in a neglected garden. Fertilizing replenishes these essential nutrients, promoting healthy growth and abundant blooms. There are many different types of fertilizers available, each with its own blend of nutrients. Organic fertilizers, such as compost, manure, and bone meal, release nutrients slowly, improving soil structure over time. Synthetic fertilizers, on the other hand, provide a quick burst of nutrients but can be harsh on soil microorganisms. The best time to fertilize is during the growing season, when plants are actively using nutrients. Water your garden thoroughly after fertilizing to help distribute the nutrients evenly. Pruning is an essential gardening practice that helps maintain the health, shape, and vigor of your plants. It involves selectively removing dead, diseased, or damaged branches, as well as shaping plants to control their size and encourage bushier growth. Different plants have different pruning requirements, so it's important to research the specific needs of your plants. As a general rule, prune spring-flowering shrubs, such as lilacs and forsythia, immediately after they finish blooming. Summer-flowering shrubs such as hydrangeas and butterfly bushes can be pruned in late winter or early spring before new growth begins. Always use sharp pruning shears or loppers to make clean cuts that heal quickly. Regularly remove any dead, diseased, or crossing branches to maintain the tree's health and structural integrity. By incorporating pruning into your regular gardening routine, you can keep your plants healthy, vibrant, and full of life.